Welcome to the Long Run. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christine.
What are we doing today?
Today we are going to be talking about our 10 favorite money-saving apps.
That's right. And before we do that, we want to talk about two ways that people use their rewards. Now, you use these apps to build up rewards, build up cash, and then you want to redeem that. Now, there's two ways, major ways that people do that. Number one, they cash them out ASAP to offset current expenses like grocery spending and things like that. Then the other way to do it is to cash out to offset your regular expenses. So sometimes you let them sit, sometimes you cash them out, put them in a bank account or something like that, but you don't spend it right away. You don't use it right away. And you do it for things like Christmas holidays, birthday gifts, or even vacations.
That's right. And we want to take just a second to give a little shout out to the channel Budgeting the Bacon. Nija actually cashes out pretty regularly, but she puts the money into sinking funds for vacations specifically. And she actually uses different apps than we do. She uses some of the same, some are different. So we want to give her a little shout out and link her down in the description so that if you're not familiar with her channel, be sure to go check her out. She's almost at 1,000 subscribers, so it would mean a lot to her if she had a few more subscribers and viewers and community members. But go check her out. We will link one of her specific videos about money-saving apps so that you can see her choices.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so here we go. These are our 10 favorite money-saving apps. What are they?
First one is Merrifield has more high-end products on there that are like prepackaged, but they're like organic or, you know, very, very like healthy food related ones. But either way, if you just scan your receipt, they'll at least give you 25 points every time that you scan a receipt. But if you in particularly eat a lot of health foods, this might be a really great app for you. Second one is the Shopkick app. That one's been around for a while. You get kicks for walking into certain stores. Like every time we go shopping at Walmart, I turn it on and I get my 10 points. But you can get more points for actually scanning products in the store. And we usually are busy and we don't have time to slow down and scan products. And then if you actually purchase any of those products that you scanned, then you can scan your receipt. All right, our third one is Inbox Dollars. It has a lot of different ways to make money in Inbox Dollars. And again, I don't take advantage of all the ways, but every day they give you a poll. And all you gotta do is click on your answer. So like every 10th day that you do the poll, do a little scratch off and you get money from it. Usually it's about 3 cents, sometimes it's 10. Don't leave me yet, there's more. They send you emails in your app that if you just open up the email and you click the button that opens up that email inside the app, it's not in your regular emails, it's still inside the app. It gives you a point every email. Caveat to that, it's often wanting you to like maybe download app game that would be downloaded as an app on your phone and you play the game. If you do that and you play it for however much the app tells you or the email tells you to do it, then you'll get like a lot more than just like 1 penny for opening the email. They have surveys and the thing that makes us probably the most money is that they also do rebates on your groceries and different personal care products, toiletries that you might buy, and that's where we get a lot of ours. Like for me, I have sensitive skin and I have to buy like a certain kind of detergent, and I will watch that app, and every month or so they will put up a rebate for that very type of detergent, and then I'll do it, and I usually get like $4 back off of this detergent that I buy for my sensitive skin. So it's a good way, but also it doesn't necessarily have to be a brand name. I get like rebates off things like buying bananas or tomatoes or corn or stuff like that. So I really like any app that doesn't require you to buy a brand named item thing, and instead just like, oh, if you just buy a watermelon, you'll get some pennies back. Like it may sound like very little bits of money, but they add up over time. And I'm sure I'm not even telling you all the things that Inbox Dollars has. It has a lot of ways to make money in there. Fourth, Checkout 51. Now, Checkout 51 doesn't have a lot of grocery options. However, there are some good things to Checkout 51. One, we've actually won a $100 gift card off of that app before. We were just taking advantage of a deal or something, and because of it, they entered us into a sweepstake. Second is every year in August, when it's my birthday month, they send a rebate to us that we buy any kind of like little dessert thingy or cookies or anything like that from the store, they'll give us $1 back, which is just nice because they're like the only app that actually thinks about your birthday and does something nice for it. And then third is they have some additional ways, extra ways to make a little money. And the one that we have taken advantage of sometimes is the ability to get rebates on gas. And we're going to talk about an app in a minute, but this one is different because you don't have to tell them your credit card numbers or anything like that to get this cash back. It just goes into it just like you would if you were buying groceries.
All right. Now, number 5 is a gas saving app. Not a gas saving app, but a money saving app for gas. And it's called Upside. We've used it a few times now. We're using it a lot more regularly now because we were getting a bigger discount with it on while we were doing Uber Eats. They were giving us like 30 cents off per gallon. But right now we're getting about anywhere between 10 and 15 cents per gallon back, cash back, when we go and fill up. Now, Upside is going to tell you which gas stations you have to go to. Once you click it, you got 4 hours to get there and make your purchase, and then let them know you made the purchase. And you get, cash back on that. So if you're getting 10 cents back and you put in 20 gallons, that's $2 that you've gotten back on that particular purchase. So
Starts adding up.
it starts adding up after a while. You'll see. You'll see that. So yeah, that's a good one to try. We've like I said, we've tried it a few times, and it's been working fairly decently for us. We had tried it earlier. We wanted to try it earlier, but because it wanted a credit card on file, we didn't know anything about the app, so we didn't really feel comfortable with it. But after we started seeing it in Uber Eats and things like that, it was it made us more willing to want to try it.
When
so,
we knew we get 30 cents.
yeah, we know we get 30 cents a gallon back on the gas, then yeah, let's give it a shot.
Yeah. All right, so back to me for a few more apps. We've got Receipt Jar. This one is a fairly new one to me, but it is very similar to the one that we're going to talk about in a minute. It is basically scanning your receipt, and you don't have to click anything ahead of time, and it just gives you bonus points that you can cash in. It has little jars that you can shake if you scan a receipt every within a certain amount of days. It'll give you more shakes to do, which give you more points. And so far that one's good. Like I said, I haven't had it for maybe like 2 months. The next one is the one that is also very similar to it, but I've been using this one for years and have cashed out several times with this app. It's called Receipt Hog, and it's very similar to Receipt Jar, as hogs instead of jars. And it's not, you don't shake the jar, you spin a wheel. But anyway, and you scan your receipts at least 4 times each month, and have like the first week, second week, third week, and fourth week. And if you do that, every week you get at least 3 spins if you do it. But then on the 4th week, if you do all the first 3 weeks, and you do again on the fourth week, you get 10 spins. You also get spins for other things, like if you maybe bought something from a clothing store or something like that, then you might get spins just because it wasn't just like a regular grocery store receipt. The next one is Fetch. No, that one's a very popular one. And one of the reasons why is because all you gotta do is scan a receipt and you get points back. I will say that again, it's a lot of brand name stuff. There's no, I'm gonna buy some produce and get a rebate for that. Like it's, what we mostly use Fetch for is, again, if we just scan a receipt, we get some points for scanning a receipt. What we do instead is we make our grocery list and scan, and if we get points back, we get points back, which we always get something. I think it's like 25 points, but we don't often get points for actually buying the products. We do occasionally. The next one is Ibotta. And this one is actually my favorite of the rebate apps that we talked about. And a lot of people say, oh, it's too time consuming. But let me tell you, we have made about $500 back. And right now we're over $100 in it. We always,
Nice.
every year we almost always get something at Thanksgiving, but then also just throughout the year. And it's not just groceries. You can also use it for clothing and restaurant stuff. And not to give away a future video where we're going to talk about browser extensions, but Ibotta also has a browser extension that will pick up things when you buy things online. So it might pick up something that you didn't even realize was in Ibotta. It might pick that up.
Yep.
But for that reason, I mean, it even has hotels and stuff like that in there. Like, there's all kinds of things that isn't just even grocery related. So if you're saying no to Ibotta because you're like, oh, it's too time consuming at the grocery store, you might be missing out on the stuff from restaurants and hotels and stuff like that.
Yep.
Because you're not even trying it.
Yep.
But again, I do like it as far as groceries. I do every week. I don't make my grocery list based on it, just like any of the other apps, but I will scan it after I've made my grocery list and just see if I see anything there that I had on my grocery list, and I'll go ahead and set it to click off. Also, sometimes if I'm not real sure about whether or not I want to buy something, but then I get in the store and I see that it's something that I do want to buy, not grocery related, but like maybe toiletries, personal care, something like that, and I'm looking and I'm like, oh, but you know, this price is better than that price. Let me check and see if there's an Ibotta rebate that matches it too, that'll bring it even lower. You can scan it right there in the store and then choose that rebate right there. You don't even have to scan it before you go buy groceries. Just scan it in the store and see if it tells you if it has a rebate available. I also like to do that just to make sure that the thing that I picked up actually matched the offer that I had, because it'll tell you if the item matched. That way you don't get home and go, oh no, it didn't match. You can scan it right there in the store. But anyway, that's why I like about it. I like that it picks up things that a lot of these other apps, I have to sit there and manually go through and look for them. But Ibotta, I can just scan a barcode and it will tell me. And it almost always has a few little extra bonuses, like maybe 10 cents off if you scan a receipt, and then maybe, or 10 cents back, or like 10 cents back if you buy a Florida watermelon, which it was $1. We got $1 back for buying a Florida watermelon just a couple of weeks ago. Like, it's those little things like that that start adding up, and that's how we've gotten so high on the amount that we've actually cashed out with Ibotta.
All right, number 10. It's not really a cashback app. It's not a cashback app at all, but it is something we use to save money, and it is our budgeting app. You Need a Budget, or better known as YNAB. I know you've heard us talk about that a lot. and because we believe in it, and something we've used now for going on 11 years, and it's been something that's it's been integral in us not only getting out of debt but staying out of debt and saving money, knowing where all of our money's going, and that helps us to save money in the long run. So YNAB, you want to check that out.
Yeah.
A couple of bonus things here. The restaurant and gas station apps, we didn't list any of those, but there are a lot out there. We have the 7-Eleven app that we use. Anytime we go to 7-Eleven, if you get 6 Slurpees, you get the 7th one free. Slurpees, ices, any of that, big gulps, all of those, any of those, you get 6, you get the 7th one free. And so you also get cash back on, you don't get cash back, but you get cash off on your gas.
Joel and our son both go straight back to the IC Slurpee machines.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
And so, and then they have, you can build points in there, and then you can redeem your points for things in the store as well. And so it's a really good app. You want to check that out. 7-Eleven. If you have a 7-Eleven near you, or anything like that, like Circle K, anything like that, that'll have an app. You want to check it out and see if you can get some cash back or get money off on your gas or free things in the store.
We didn't mention Wawa in that.
Yeah,
We have
Wawa
a
also, we have the Wawa app as well. They run deals from time to time where if you have the app and you do it and you pay through the app, they'll give you like 15, 20 cents off per gallon. And we've done that a few times as well. Restaurants like McDonald's, Dunkin', we use those a lot. We use Dunkin' more than anything else. And then Landry's Group, which owns, what's that one?
Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah, Rainforest Cafe. They own a lot of restaurants, but they also have a loyalty program as well. You can check those out. But a lot of restaurants have loyalty programs like that. You can build points up every time you order. And then
you didn't mention Chick-fil-A. How did you get that?
Yeah, Chick-fil-A also has an app as well. You want to check that out. You can build up points and get free things, get free chicken. All free things are always good. And then I know our restaurant and all the restaurants send out free things from time to time for you to try. And so you want to check that out as well. All right, so tell us in the comments below. Tell us what your favorite money-saving apps are. And what you do with your cash back. We want to hear those things. Drop us those comments below and let us hear them. But we're going to put a video up right here that you can click after we say the thing we always say. That's going to do it today for the long run. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
Don't forget the long run. Give yourself a little grace.
Bye.